Welcome back to the Cinema Crew's Point of View. And we are here to talk about She-Hulk, Episode 5. And this week, we got some special crew members in the building. Let's start with my man, as you can see, coming straight from the multiverse E. E-Money, what's good, baby?
What up? What up?
And of
I'm
course,
here
we
for
got the
y'all.
lovely, talented, and smart Miss Chloe Diz. What's going on, Chloe?
Hey y'all.
The man with the sounds got all the information itself. My homie, my man, Mr. Josh Warren. What's up, Josh?
Oh shit!
What kind of fab?
Okay. I see you. Kind of forever. It's coming too. That's what I can't wait for. It's like a month and a half away now, actually. So
That's
Let's
it.
go.
Time is moving, y'all.
yeah, very much so. But speaking of time, we're on episode 5 now of She-Hulk. And this one was interesting, to say the least. So this one we pick up from the last episode where she was some papers by Titania about the name She-Hulk and using it. And as she wakes up in the morning, she sees that Titania is using She-Hulk everywhere for all her beauty lines, and it's just She-Hulk. She's driving to work back and forth. She hear it. She's pissed off, and then her cousin pops in with all the She-Hulk stuff and like telling her she should have trademarked it first. So, Chloe, how you felt about Titania using the She-Hulk herself?
First of all, I love Titania.
That's
That
hilarious.
actress, to me, I love that actress. Like, she always plays that role and she plays it so well, but I thought it was clever because like that's petty gang, right? Like, oh, I'm trademarking your name and we're gonna make money. Like, and it's funny because she did it. She served her them papers. Like, that's ultimate petty gang. So I was
Mhm.
with it. I was with it.
Yeah, I fucks with Jamila. That's the actress you're talking about too. That's from the Good Place. But I was telling Eda, I don't like how they made her voice in this show. They could have gave her a real voice to me.
She was trying to be like a Kardashian.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying. That's what I was feeling. Right, like a California, what do you call them? Blondie head
Valley Girls.
type of
Valley
girl.
Girls.
Valley girls. Right.
Hey,
Right. I
how you
got that
feeling
from
about her trying to use the name She-Hulk, bro?
low blow, cheap shot. She pussy because of that fair one, and that's how I feel, man. I feel that was like a real slimeball way of trying to get back and get some attention because she whooped that ass. She whooped that ass. Go train and come back like Rocky, nigga. Don't be sending out lawsuits and shit.
Okay, Josh, how you feeling on that part?
Well, as someone who grew up in Wakanda, just observing the United States, right? So
All right.
if you look at people who get famous quickly, typically something like this happens. And I think it's very clever from Marvel and the MCU, Kevin Feige, everyone, to demonstrate this other side of celebrity. We only see the glitz and the glamour, not the other side where frivolous lawsuits like this, even if they taking your your likeness and still profit off of it. So it's interesting the loopholes and the hurdles you have to go over to prevent that, kind of like identity theft.
Yeah, I also like the fact that it continues to show that how the MCU characters are ingratiated within the real world inside the MCU. So they're just like regular, even though they're heroes or superheroes or green or whatever. To them, they're just people and stuff like that. So I still like how they do that. It's just very interesting. I just can imagine if that was in our world, how we would react to like some shit like that or whatever. So, but nevertheless, she
Like
does try to
She-Hulk?
go. Wait, what?
No, I was saying you saying how we would react to like the lawsuit or how
No, just like if it was a 7-foot green chick next to you in the store or some shit like that. Like, how would you react to that?
They don't. I mean, she's not even 7 feet. She only 6'7".
That was
Not that
6'7",
tall.
yeah.
It's
She's not-
literally
I agree with that.
hold. Have you stood next to LeBron?
the 6'7"
No, I was
is
just
not
next to
that
LeBron.
tall. I'm just saying, like, I'm tall.
You with
We be
one,
around.
right.
We're around tall people. Josh is 6'5". It's only
I was
2
about to say you
taller
with
than
one.
him.
That's what I mean.
So it's like it's not like it's just like she's like 7 feet, 8 feet tall. I would say 8 feet. Like, she not even
Right.
track height. Like, it's real
No.
women that are like 6. Isn't that chick that plays basketball that got stuck overseas?
She's
Isn't
6'8".
she like 6?
She's 6'8",
Brittany Griner,
so she
6'8",
around
yeah.
that size.
And you know what, Chloe? To your point, I agree with you on that, and I'm skipping ahead, but the fact they're making such a big deal to find clothes, I'm like, you can find clothes for her. Like, it's fucking.
Exactly.
WNBA
No,
players
that's-
wearing
that-
clothes every day.
I felt like when they say finding clothes, I didn't think they were talking about because of her size. I thought they was talking about the morphing.
Yeah, the morphing.
To be able to follow her
Yeah,
size.
But yeah, she's not that tall. Like, but she made it seem like she can't find clothes. But maybe because she's just a tiny woman, she doesn't know where to shop for clothes.
She don't know where to shop, right?
Yeah, she wasn't fashionable before she, grew into 6'7". But
sure ain't gonna be now.
And it's crazy because like we'll get to the part with the dates, but
yeah, we'll get to that. All right. Well, they try to roll up on Titania, her and Nikki, try to get her to stop using it. And they go into her spot where she got all this beauty and fashion products, all trademarked She-Hulk. And then instead of, getting her to change her mind, she kind of play them out and make her take a picture of her with somebody else. So, Chloe, how you felt about that scene?
Wait, before that scene, because this part was key in the episode to me. When her cousin rolled up there with the products, like, yo, you want to sign these? Because they got your name on it. I'm about to make this flip real quick. And she's like, I'm not even making money off of those. If she was, I feel like they could have came to an agreement. Like she could have been like, hey, I'll license you this. Maybe that'll happen later. Like, you could still use She-Hulk, but you're gonna have to give me some money off of that. We're gonna collab. Like that would have been the real thing to do. But it was just funny when her cousin rolled up there with all them the bootleg products. Because ain't no way he got his hands on that many products. They were not legit. They were not.
No, yeah, boxes and boxes too. Right.
Like, unless he knows a guy who knows a guy, like
Avengers with an I.
Yeah, Avengers, yo.
This episode was good. It was good.
It felt like.
Well, actually, Chloe, how you felt about when they rolled up on Titania, though?
Oh yeah, when they rolled up on her, that was just like, what did she think was gonna happen? Like that was so stupid. You're gonna roll up, and it was funny though, because when she said you walk in like you own the joint, like I understand that you're supposed to just walk in. You're not supposed to like, oh, let's go stand in this long line behind everybody. But in reality, they wouldn't have let her in there looking like that. Not how she was dressed. Like that was unrealistic. And then for her to go in there and talk to I don't know what she expected. Like that was just like, oh, you're gonna confront me at my opening? Like what?
Josh, how you felt about when they rolled up on her and then getting out of it?
Yeah, they were not prepared at all. So I was very disappointed. You're an attorney, and you're an attorney at the elite level. You should know to be prepared in a situation like this. She was not prepared. Is this like when she's actually Jennifer Walters? She's not thinking like smart anymore for whatever reason. She's doing dumb shit. And we'll see that later. But when she is the Hulk, she's actually being more rational and taking the proper actions. It's just interesting.
Okay. And E, how you feeling about when they rolled up on her and they getting out of it?
I felt like when they rolled up on her, she should have been more aggressive. Like, if you're gonna roll up on her like how you whooped that ass in that courtroom. Maybe you would have got a different response. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like after you whoop this girl ass, when you go up there, you might as well go up there on some shit. Like, hey, yo, stop playing with me, yo. Don't send me nothing in the mail, or I'm gonna knock you out in front of everybody on social media. You got me?
She ain't about that
life.
She ain't about that life.
Feel me?
Yeah.
She ain't about that life. Like she should. I feel like you're right. She should have been about that life. Like if you want to roll up on somebody, don't do it amicably.
Right.
Like, oh, and then get sunned. Like that should have been a lesson.
She did get sunned. That's just funny.
She got sunned.
Yo, and that little really suit. Did she call her? What did she call her? She called her Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah. And you know what? That is perfect because a lot of people had Shrek emojis and when that show came out.
Fiona.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fiona.
She called Shrek. I was cracking. I was like, no, she didn't. Just call her Shrek. And
it was perfect, yo. Marvel
made her take a picture. That's fucked up. And she took it. And her friend was like,
she took a picture, right?
And she was like, you just want that.
Like, what up, Shrek? It almost reminded me of that when she called her Shrek, she should have kept saying it like in Willow, when he was calling Willow Peck. Peck. She should have kept saying Shrek the whole time.
All right. Well, next we get her co-workers, Pug and Nikki, and they coming up with this deal. Pug needs somebody to wait in line for him for some sneakers, some Iron Man 3s. So she want he want his connect for the clothing line to help out Jennifer, stuff like that. Apparently, he got to hook up, same person hook him up with the shoes. And he said, he buying two, one to stock and one to rock. So let me go to Josh. So how you feeling about her and Pug and Nikki and that deal they came up with together?
It's great that we can see her role developing in She-Hulk's life, which is great because she has a lot of value and a lot of context for Jen that she does not have. So I think that's great that she's carving out her own like job. Be her Jarvis,
basically.
So
yeah, basically.
I thought that was cool, but then I don't know for whenever he's on the screen, it just comes off as appropriation for whatever reason. And it's kind of cringeworthy.
Yes.
This episode specifically, I was just like, you're just being way over the top. And
okay, Chloe, elaborate. Chloe, how you feel about that?
A caricature.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Yeah, but you're good.
Go ahead, Chloe.
I 1,000% agree. And it's like you want to laugh because it's funny, but it's also like, yo, appropriation 101. Like I know it wasn't just me. It sounded like he was trying to make his voice like a black man's voice. It was weird. It was definitely cringy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, the Iron Man 3s won the stop. And then he called it what did he call the guy?
The drip broker.
The drip broker.
The drip broker, right?
That was actually dope though. I'm gonna give him that.
It was also like, are y'all trying to like? But then I'm like, is that the culture? Is that like the sneaker culture? How they talk?
I mean, I think and I agree with Chloe. It's like he would not be having this vernacular working at that law firm.
Well, maybe that
right.
She-Hulk.
Right. Okay.
They got She-Hulk there. They got Meg Thee Stallion twerking in the maybe they're those type of lawyers.
All right, so let's say they're like down to earth lawyers.
No, I wouldn't say down to earth. I'd say they like money. It's kind of like the lawyer firms that handle all the dope boys in the community.
Yeah, and the rappers and shit.
Yeah, the rappers and that's the type of law firm I see them as.
Yeah, that's
actually, and you know what? They did nail it because if you think about it, when most of these rappers get locked up or they going through something, and you hear their lawyer talk, that's exactly how their lawyers be. Yo, everybody calm down. Let me tell you. So
but I kind of agree with Josh though. His don't come off as authentic. I guess it's like he's trying too hard. I don't know how to explain it.
He's trying too hard.
Because he's like naturally not like that.
Yeah, he's probably naturally not like that, and had to be like that in this environment. Like, oh yeah, right. Meg Thee Stallion's gonna be twerking down the hall, so you gotta assimilate, bro. You gotta get you a thing. And a lot of times people to assimilate, they like go overboard.
Yep.
Like you invite them to the cookout and they be over there in the grill trying to do stuff like, oh, how do you, like, oh yeah, I love eating fried chicken on the weekends with my friends. Hint, hint.
Right.
Like,
I love that.
Things, and it's like that's how it feels with both of them. Because isn't the chick? She's like, there's only one black person working at that firm, right?
She's Spanish. Her name is Nikki Ramos.
She's not
She's
black.
Spanish?
No, she's black. I thought you meant the her sister. Her sister's Spanish.
Oh no, the black.
No.
Oh, the black chick. Mallory. It's crazy. Her name is Mallory Book, but yeah, she's black.
And she's the only she's the most lawyerist person there.
Yeah,
to Mallory,
and she looked natural. Like
yes, exactly. So props to her for that role.
Very, very professional. I will say
very professional. Yeah,
you know that lady in real life was 51 years old. I couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, she looks like that. That's like
No, she don't.
She don't look 51.
Black. Don't crack. What's her name? Taraji P. Henson is like up there. Mary J. Blige is like up there.
Mary J. look 50 though. I'm be honest with you.
She
my
had
mom
issues.
looked the same.
A word?
Yeah, she looks the same, bro.
My mom looks young too.
Okay.
Black don't.
Shit, I damn near look the same.
That's true though.
Yeah, you do. Wait, how old is your oldest kid?
He's 12.
Okay. Yeah, you look like you have a 12-year-old. Like what? 12? Is that 12? over 10. Okay, makes sense.
Well, anyway, they go to get these sneakers, so to speak, and they walk inside this what was that? A barista, a coffee spot, and whatnot, and they try to give the code.
Boba spot.
Yeah, they try to give the code to the dude, and it ain't working at first. And then I guess they finally get themselves to the back of the store. That's when we get the Avengers, all this
all that weird shit. Yeah,
bootleg stuff that he's trying to sell. And then they wind up going to the I guess to try to meet the drip dude, and he let them know, give an appointment when to come back after saying that Jen was an Avenger. So yeah, I'm gonna start with you. So how you felt about them going to this secret space, I guess, to try to find these clothes and sneakers and shit. So
I didn't know it was that deep. Like I didn't know it was that deep. And for somebody that's in that type of business, like to make that type of stuff, I didn't know it was like out in the open like that. You get what I'm saying? Like the casual Joe can go in there and be like, yo, I need some Boeing boots to help my superpowers out. And it just I didn't know it was that easy though, for real. Like, but if you're doing stuff like even the helmet of Daredevil and shit like that, I ain't even say that, but you get what I mean. Like even that, like touching stuff like that, how the fuck is he doing that?
That's my Mary J. yeah, Cloud. No, you kind of stressed it with Mary J. I'm sorry.
There's an asterisk next to that. You know, she had trouble back in the day.
Okay.
That causes aging.
Okay, we'll give you that. He did.
Right.
Did.
Especially when they get hooked on like certain shit.
She was on drugs. And Casey was beating her ass for a minute too. So yeah, it wasn't that cool.
So she went.
Casey and JoJo, dude.
Yeah, Casey. That's who she was on drugs with. Yes.
Oh, he had her on the Whitney.
She survived though. She, Mary J. She still look good.
And he little as hell. I was like, damn, really, Casey?
Still do the dance, right?
She do the dance. She look good. I love me.
She got it.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Monet and shit like that.
Right, Monet look better than Lil Kim. So
yeah. Josh, how you feeling about the secret spot for the this clothing maker that they try to find and how they get to him? So. Right.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I feel like that was great marketing. You kind of made it like a speakeasy type of vibe. I thought that was cool. And again, that type of, I guess, wardrobe specialist, if you will, he's not available for everybody, especially with his price range, right? Like certain jobs he can afford to do for free, like a She-Hulk, like a superhero on the come up, if he can profit off the back end, kind of like how they lend, certain dresses at the Oscars, things like that. So that's how I look at it.
Nothing about that said free to me.
True.
Everything about that said exclusivity, and you had to know a guy and know where to go to get the guy. So like for me, that was like typical, like, oh wow, they really okay. E, you said something, I think the last episode where you were like, this She-Hulk is bringing the real world to Marvel. It's like grounding it. And like honestly, ever since you said that, I'm like, yo, he was spot on. Like this show, even though it's funny, it's real life stuff. Like fact, like we all been, well, I don't know if we all, but like, it's places like this where you speakeasies where you're going into room, like down alleyways and through rooms and through, fronts, businesses, and it's a whole operation going on in the back, or a club or a bar, or a fashion designer. Like even when they used to have like sample sales and stuff, you have to know who to know where to go up an elevator. Like y'all been to Canal Street, I'm sure. Yeah. You remember back in the day, they'd be like, all right, follow me. And you
got to go through all that shit just to go. Yeah. You be going upstairs and shit, factories. You be like, what the fuck?
Am I about to get kidnapped for these sneakers?
Right. Like, I used to think that all the time. Like, yo, what the fuck?
But like, it was funny to me, especially when they had the fake Avenger stuff in there. That cracked me up. I'm like, no, they didn't have the Avengers and the Avengers. And the worst part was, it was an Asian dude, and she spoke Chinese.
Right. She spoke that shit.
Oh, did I offend him? Like, and then he just was like, open up the door, and it had the counterfeit stuff in the back, like, and then they had to buy it.
And he made him buy it,
Like that's how it works. So that was funny to me. And then when they wouldn't even, the dude wouldn't even talk to them. Like, you know, when you go to certain speakeasies, you got to say certain words to get in. If you don't know the words, if you don't look a certain way, you're not getting in. So that was just it was a callback to my my partying days in the city.
Right, because you know you're not getting in because they think you the feds and you trying to sweep. You know, remember how half them places we went to on Canal Street was getting fucking raided
On the regular.
on the regular, right? You be like, yo, I just came out here and got some shit.
Allegedly.
While I was in there, it got
Allegedly.
raided.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Easy vibes, Josh. You hit it on the head.
Yeah, I agree. Then we go back to Jen, and she get called in by her boss, and he like eat pistachios and shit. He's sitting there like she's telling him about the whole lawsuit situation with Titania. He like, listen, I don't care nothing about that. Just fix it.
Right, yo, he just be straight to the
yeah.
He reminded me of one of my mom bosses that was kind of like that. Like he was a lawyer, but he was like straight to the core. Like, yeah, man. Like I remember I was like, my mom, I did something, and my mom was like, yeah, can you help my son? He was like, yeah, it's easy, man. He didn't commit murder, so you know.
Hey, Mr. Urban World says this Big Mike and E in Discord. I'm not. Are you in Discord or no? I don't know.
No.
What is that?
Just like Clubhouse, but for gamers.
Oh. What up, Mr.
Oh, for
Urban
real?
World?
Because I got Clubhouse. So I ain't got Discord.
Yeah, Discord came out before Clubhouse.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, anyway, again, he eating the pistachios. Like I said, she like, listen, just fix it, make the law firm look bad. You know, I don't need the whole backstory straight up and whatnot. So, and then she goes to the Black Chick Mallory book, and you know, to learn the whole story. And they playing her by her clothes at that time too, basically. And she, you know, let her know, well, why didn't you trademark the name? And you know, she said, "Well, Dr. Strange didn't have to lead the authorities. Like, what's their fucking real names? Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that. That's one part I did laugh at. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed at those shit like that.
But is it their real name, Dr. Strange? I thought it was Stephen Strange.
He's a real doctor.
Dr. Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, if you put it like that, yeah.
You forgot he was a surgeon first.
Yeah, he was a surgeon first.
Yeah. But John, I'm going to Josh's time. Josh, how you feeling about her boss and how he talked to her, and then her talking to Mallory about taking the case, man?
I think her boss talks to her the way that she needs to be spoken to, because whenever he speaks, she acts, and that's how it has to be if it's her boss, you know.
True.
And it's, you know, it's things that are helping not only push her, take her out of her comfort zone, which helps her grow and develop, and then it's also helping the firm. So that's how I saw that. And then what was the second part?
The part when the Black Chick Mallory took on the case and asked her why she didn't trademark it earlier.
Yeah, I saw that they were trying to show who was the better lawyer. So I like that, seeing that little back and forth.
And then Mr. Urban Wilson, shout out to Claude. Got my C initial chain on right now. Claude got the fans. Should I say?
He the Jewelry Connect. He the plug.
Hey, so I do it for all of us. Claude, how you feeling about her and her boss, and then her and meeting with the other lawyer, Mallory there?
First and foremost, I love Mallory. And it's so funny because like Jen wants to be Black so bad. And it's like she was trying to be Black with Megan Thee Stallion. It's like a thing for her.
Like a thing for her.
The thing. Cause like think about it. Remember Meg Thee Stallion was like, all right, like chill, like you a little too clingy, like doing too much. And then with this chick, Mallory, she's like trying to be her best friend. That's an interesting dynamic. So it's kind of like she idolizes this like image, and she wants to be like this image that she sees with them or us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like, yeah, I do feel like She-Hulk does make that for her, like that image, because She-Hulk is, to me, is shaped like a Black female.
Yes, exactly. So she gets the Kim Kardashian effect.
Right.
Like you're white, or with like not all the way white because you're tan, and then you got to shape like a Black girl, which is why men like her as She-Hulk, not as her regular self.
Right, and that's why I like the realism. Remember when the Black dude with the braids was on the I guess it was like social media, he was like, Man, you seen that? I smashed. Like
Yep.
that was realistic because I was like, yo, why ain't nobody saying that? Like, why ain't nobody looking at her like, damn, you She-Hulk? Girl.
He did say that, but that's that allure that she like emulate. It's like she wants to be, and it's interesting if you think about the deepness behind it. And we're gonna get deep for a second, but like she doesn't want to accept being She-Hulk, right? Because she gets this male attention. And she wants to be a lawyer. She wants people to like her because she's smart and her accomplishments and stuff. But then she realizes, like, all right, dudes don't like that. Let me, showcase this body and this image and this alter ego. And that's when she learns to embrace the She-Hulk, which is
She
like,
did say that too. I forgot. She said, I like my hair. I like the fact I'm looked at differently. I like I walk down the street now without having to worry about putting on headphones. She did say that she started embracing it more.
Yeah, because she doesn't have the fear of being this like fragile, innocent, vulnerable woman. And it's like, girl, you're not supposed to wear headphones jogging in the street anyway, because it's dangerous. You get hit by a car. Like,
yeah, you want to hear the horn.
You need to be aware of your surroundings. Like, life is not this like rose-colored thing that people are like portraying. Like, oh yeah, I can just jog and have my headphones on and nobody's gonna bother me, and I have to worry about guys come like. And it's kind of weird because it plays to those two different perspectives. Like, oh, when I'm this Black woman, I don't have to do that because people are afraid of me. They're not gonna come try me. But when I'm white, I have to worry about getting raped or or R-word. I'm sorry, or kidnapped.
And you nailed that. You just nailed that. Because I was thinking just like that. Like, does she feel like more power because she's in the in crowd of looking like a Black woman? So it's like that a lot of guys don't walk up on females with bodies or beautiful Black women because they're like, oh, she's gonna be stuck up or mean, or she's gonna, she got her shit together so much she mean. And so like that's why I feel you're right. I feel like they're definitely hitting at that.
Mean and green. That's why she the Hulk. Crazy.
Well, just said he posted the stream on Discord for us, and they'll be back. Haven't seen it yet, so I said thanks. So
I definitely agree, Chloe, because if you think about it, she is tangibly a minority when she's a She-Hulk, so she can embrace that victim mindset even more. So that's like a 360 degrees of appropriation, which is why it's getting cringy for me.
Interesting. Okay.
It's good when when you're not woke, you could just laugh at stuff. But it's like when you woke, you could laugh, you could chuckle at it, but you be like, dang, that's deep.
Damn, that's deep.
I agree. Right. I agree. Even though I don't laugh at this episode at all, really. Like I just haven't found the comedy in it too much for me. But nevertheless.
Funny. You didn't think Avengers was funny?
I laughed at the one scene when she said first names, Thor and Doctor Strange. Okay. I didn't laugh, but maybe I don't know. And I like to fucking laugh, but I feel like the comedy just for me this show, but I can tell later on, it's just not hitting on the comedy beats for me that much. I don't know about everybody else, stuff like that. So but like Chris, the white Chris, he cracked the fuck up. Remember this is his humor. He loved this fucking show. He I'm laughing every scene and shit like that. So I'm just saying to everybody.
Yeah, I mid laugh. So I'm between you and Chloe. I was laughing a little bit at certain shit. Like the Avengers was funny to me because I actually seen a shirt that looked just like that. Like that's I was like, yo, these niggas went and got real fake shirts from the people.
They're probably gonna market those shirts now on the Disney fucking website. Honestly.
Yeah, New Rockstar is gonna have a Avengers shirt.
New Rockstar, somebody's gonna have them, right?
And they got to trademark it. They have to pay for that licensing for
right. They probably got to trademark Wongers now, shit like that. So.
Yo, that's even a bigger parallel to the beginning of the episode because what happens in places like Asia, all the knockoffs, knock off Jordan, knock off everything, and sometimes it's hard to win a intellectual property case out there, even if it is a direct copy of yours.
That's fact, Josh. That's okay. Okay, I see the theme here.
All right. Well, let me catch us up. We're at the scene where they actually go in the courtroom now, and we got Titania versus She-Hulk, and they both presenting their case, and they're presenting the fact that initially that there's video of her saying she's not She-Hulk. Don't call me She-Hulk. I don't want to be She-Hulk. But then Mallory presents the one time she did say, I embrace being She-Hulk. And then the judge decides, okay, let me take a recess. So, Josh, That courtroom scene, how you feeling about that, bro?
I thought it was a fair presentation. It was entertaining. This part was definitely entertaining for me. And it's like, what legal reason are they going to allow the right thing to happen here? Because that's basically what has to happen in the courtroom. Because sometimes if you don't have the evidence that Mallory had, and Mallory did a fantastic job with her evidence to sway it. So if that wasn't there, Titania still would have kept it, which is still outrageous to me. So it to me also highlighted the injustice that is always lurking in the courtroom, unfortunately.
Chloe, how you felt about the courtroom scene there?
I was happy that it was finally like a court TV show.
Yeah.
Like this was the first episode for me where I was like, okay, there's some legal jargon that makes sense. Number one. And number two, even though the courtroom is like this mockery every time they're in there, this time
yes, I was gonna say
every single time they're in a courtroom, it's some like stuff going down, like magic tricks, and this time
like
she had
it's something weird going on.
So weird.
Normally wouldn't go down in there. But
then I thought about it and I'm like, yo, stuff like this probably does happen in court. If you're thinking about like a local courtroom, people are crazy. And this was the first episode where I was like, yo, I could totally see somebody coming into court. Like I've gotten parking tickets or whatever and had to sit in a courtroom and you see some stuff up there. It's like a TV show with these people who have gotten arrested and now they up there talking to the judge. So for me, this episode, I was like, oh, this is kind of entertaining. And this, like, it kind of broke that wall of like, oh, this is like just too unrealistic. And I was like, wait, this is probably something that could happen in the actual courtroom, especially since they had the real legal talk going on.
Yeah, I could see that. How you feeling about the courtroom scene with Mallory and
so you know how I am. I want action. I want smash. I want all that. So the courtroom seems all right because it has a little comedy in there, and you get to see on the superhero side what the hell's going on in the courtrooms anyway with these people. Other than that though, like I'm ready for some more shit now. I'm ready for the action packed and all that now. Like yeah, that's your second filler y'all gave me. I accepted it. I enjoyed it a little bit. Now let's go.
Okay.
Give me what I need.
I'm with Josh. I thought, it can use more of it or close because it is supposed to be a courtroom TV show or law TV show. I wish the show was maybe 15 minutes longer to give us some more, but it was nice to have it in this episode. So I will say that. The next scene, though, Jen and Nikki, they finally meet this drip broker. And it's this eccentric guy who makes clothes for superheroes, apparently. And he is, they want to take him on at first as clients, but then they kind of lie and say she's going to be an Avenger. So he agrees to do it. And, Jen like, man, I just want a business suit. And he like, nah, we're going to hook you up, blah, blah, blah. So, Chloe, I want to let you dive in this first. How you feel about this guy in his spot?
He reminded me of Telfair, the guy who makes Telfair bags.
Oh, wow.
But I was so happy to actually see, like, Black representation in this show, even though it's a little sketchy at times. But it was dope to see that he was like a Black designer because the designer I think of, he reminded me kind of was in the Incredibles. Edna.
Yeah.
So it was like this is like the real life version and not
no capes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I love that, and I love the fact that there's like this underground network of costume designer. Because like as a person, I'm always like, who's making these costumes? Like, okay, I get Black Panther's costume; he got a whole team behind him, and Iron Man. But what about like,
I agree.
Like all these other people, the Hulk. Like who makes his clothes? I've always wondered who makes his clothes.
Before it was Shield.
Oh, Shield used to make their clothes.
Yeah, she'll make Cap shit. I know that for sure. So.
Cap because he was, owned by the government.
Yeah.
Stuff, but like just regular people, like Falcon. They explain how
Spider-Man make his own shit. His fabric shit. He got a sewing kit.
Yeah. Spider-Man. See, I knew Spider-Man's story, but they never.
he like a whole seamstress. Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. But did they talk about like how Daredevil got his costume?
And Netflix show they did. Yeah, they did.
Is it the same thing?
I don't know what they're doing Marvel, but Netflix is this guy who made the whole Kevlar ship for him that he went to make it.
Okay.
So like season 1, I believe.
Might be the new guy. So that
Yeah.
was kind of cool how it's like this underground network, and he
I
makes
agree.
the it guy for the costumes, and maybe it's only the rich, superheroes get him.
Yeah, man, he got a whole, underground network. Josh, how you feeling about him and his little network there?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool and pretty clever because, as Chloe alluded to, Shield isn't around, so there's a vacancy for this need. And as we expand the MCU, we see more heroes popping up more and more and more. So without that, jurisdiction, you kind of have Sword there, but they're more intergalactic. So it's kind of like there's more space to accumulate power on Earth than there's ever been.
Hey, how you felt about your boy who making the clothes?
It felt a little underdone for me because I feel like I said, when you're dealing with that type of shit and you're dealing with those type of people in the world, even like in real life, that shit is dangerous. Whoever's trying to get at them, whoever's trying to that shit is dangerous. And if you're upgrading their shit or upgrading their outfits, you should be way more protected than that.
Mm.
Like I felt like anybody could have just went in there and ransacked him and them shits and the clothes and stuff like that.
Wait, you know what I was thinking, Eve? I was like, maybe that's what happened when those guys, the construction workers, got them
The
Weapons.
fucking
weapons.
Asgardian. Oh yeah.
I think that's what happened, and that's probably why they had to go underground and why they got secret codes and stuff.
Interesting.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, yo, that's probably how they got them weapons. They probably went up in there and stole them.
Yeah. Well, after the lead there, they go back to the office, and the dude from one of the dude I told y'all about from one of the dates last week, he showed up. He's a client of her law firm, and he walked up to her all creepy like and said, "We got to do a second date, yada yada yada." And I'm guessing she agreeing. And Nikki like, "You came so quick," so whatever. But anyway, let me ask Clay, what about this guy and him being represented now by her law firm?
Honestly, it's so many creepers like that. Like that whole internet dating thing was like, wow, they hit that on the nail. Because there's some creepy people out there. And then especially if you finding them online. But it was kind of weird that she didn't know that he had that much money and that he was a person that was a client of her firm. Like that didn't make any sense. Like that I feel like that would have come up in the way that he was acting because I think he was the guy who had like a fetish for superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Kind of weird that he didn't like bring up the fact that he, is at her law firm. So that was weird.
On a date too.
But I could also see that happening where it's like, dag, I met this dude online and now he at my job and now I got to deal with him and I can't be rude to him because he's a client. That's like a real life situation.
That's true.
Especially if he's creepy, because he was like creepy.
Yeah.
He was actually the first creepy dude on the show.
Josh, I thought about the fact that he's a client there. All that stuff.
That's a great point, Chloe. The way I interpreted it was that after the date, then he became a client. So like he was, pursuing in an obsessive way. Like, hey, this is a new client. Did they say it was like a long-term client? I forget.
They didn't say new. I kind of thought that too at one point, but they they knew who he was. Because remember, he had rapport with the
Mallory. Yeah, that's Lori. Yeah,
she already knew what it was. She's like, nope, don't touch me. Nope, like she set them boundaries very firm and clear, so she already knew who he was. So I don't think that he was new.
Oh, okay.
I think that he's somehow one of the villains. That's why I think he keeps showing up. That was my theory last week. But how you feeling about old boy popping back up now, one of her clients?
I don't know why he ain't mentioned that on the date. That he was like, yo, like I'm a client at your law firm. Like especially if you try and get close to her, that didn't make sense to me for him to just now let that be known. That's how I felt, and I do feel like why the fuck they keep showing these dates. I feel like they is showing them for a reason. Now, could he be? You know what kind of vibes I'm getting from him, yo? For real. What? I'm getting like Frogman or something.
Huh.
That would be crazy, and that's a good twisted theory and shit like that.
Right, because the way he be acting and shit is it's like they're trying to throw us off to make him. They're doing a little hard, like they're going hard to make him weird.
Yeah,
he's weird for a reason.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you alluded to it. Speaking of these dates, so they decide that their defense of her using the name She-Hulk would be her dating profile, and would she embrace the name She-Hulk by creating a profile with the She-Hulk picture, with some other, to me, cringy stuff she put in her profile, whatever like that. Like, must have a king size bed, reinforced bed, and yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
reinforced bed. Like, what the fuck you trying to do?
Yeah, she trying to.
Yeah, that to me that's a fantastic profile.
But
I ain't see her go to nobody's house. Why they gotta have a reinforced bed?
what's crazy, what's crazy about that? Because
So
they
she wanna
use
marry
that.
him.
Because they use that, right? And it's crazy that they give us this montage last week of all these creepers, but now we know why she got creeper. Look at her fucking profile. She's like,
Right.
what else would she
Yeah,
get?
exactly.
Like, it's crazy. Like, what? Like, she's bringing them on. She's asking for them, basically. But anyway, they do use each and every date she had last week. They put them on the stand, including the black guy who smashed and the creeper dude, to kind of show that she's She-Hulk to them. And the black dude then was like, "Yo, if she was Jen, I wouldn't date her." Period.
Yo,
Like,
that totally mind fucked her in that scene.
yeah, go ahead, Josh. How you felt about the whole thing in their defense there?
Yeah, that like I saw it. Again, that was a brilliant defense again by Mallory, brilliant strategy, and it worked obviously. But it's also the truth. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, she like made a literal conscious decision that we witnessed. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything as the She-Hulk now. I am going to embrace it, right? And I feel like it really, you can see it in her eye, like it really, like, oh damn, it confirmed it for her that everyone prefers She-Hulk over Jen. Like it was like, and it was on the witness. She's a lawyer, so when people say testimony with hand on the Bible, it probably means something more for her, especially because she seems like an idealistic person when it comes to practicing law. So
Right.
I feel like him saying that under oath really hit home for her. Like, boom, like it was a realization.
Hey, how you feeling about that? The testimony and against her, or for her, I should say.
I feel like she knew that already. Like,
Yes.
that's my problem. Like, I felt like she knew that already. Like, you had it, you did the little Tinder thing, nothing happened, no matches. You went She-Hulk, everybody hit you up. So you know this already.
Okay.
Like, you know motherfuckers is only there because you green.
But as we know, sometimes ladies, they're in their own delusional multiverse.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Unfortunately, right? So,
Yeah.
Right. And Chloe, how you feeling about her and her profile and her defense and all that stuff there?
All right, so harsh reality, right? Is a little bit of Kevin Samuels in there, right?
Okay.
She thought that, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. She thought that, I'm going to get the man that I desire, right? The sexy black dude who was wasn't he like a doctor? Yeah, he was a doctor. Sexy black doctor is going to fall for me because of my law degree. And I can dress in frumpy clothes and I don't have to do my hair. And just because I have all these accomplishments, he's going to love me. And he's going to be attracted to me and he's going to lust for me. And she noticed that nobody lusted for her. Not even nobody wanted her on that profile. Which is then why she was like, well, let me try out She-Hulk, who is just known for her appearance. And then she got the attention that she wanted from one guy, right? She got the physical attraction attention. And like Mike said or alluded to, her profile was just strictly for that type of attention. And she doesn't want to take onus that was her type of profile. Because initially, I mean, I don't know if she wants to just have any type of attention. I think at this point, she just wanted any type of attention. So the easiest type of attention to get from men is, sexual attention. So she put that as her profile. She put, pictures up of her looking seductive. And then when she got that type of attention, she realized that wasn't really the type of attention I wanted. Like, he only wanted me for my body. He didn't even want me for who I am. And it's like, girl, duh. That's like a duh thing, I think, for men from a man perspective. But for women, it's like this whole Disney romantic thing. Like, oh, the person who loves you is going to love you for who you are on the inside. Your outside doesn't matter. you could just go out here looking crazy and he gonna come knock on your window. But then the polar opposite to that is like, yeah, you could be pretty in a bimbo. You're gonna get all this attention, but it ain't gonna be the attention you want. He gonna hit it, he gonna smash, and then chuck up the deuces. And that's it. He's not gonna wife you. So it's like I think she's gonna find eventually, hopefully, her journey will show her find that balance between her sexy side and her smart side, and then that'll attract the person that she's really looking for. But it was a harsh reality, and I think because he basically rejected her, you know, she had to come to terms with that, and I think that's what kind of put fire under her butt to like fix her image. Because the real version of her isn't really ugly. She just doesn't care about her physical appearance. She relying too much on her brain. So I think we're going to see regular Jen, like, you know, spruce up her looks, maybe wear more form-fitting clothes. And then I'm sure we'll get there. But she's probably going to build this relationship with this fashionable woman and like emulate her so that she can feel more confident about herself and merge or marry the two versions of herself. That's my prediction.
Okay. I liked all that, Chloe. Very well said. Speaking of that, they do win the case, as Josh alluded to. And Titania's not happy. You know, the other dude tried to holler at her. And she's like, okay, I'll let you buy me things. I thought that was actually funny, too. You know, I mean, the second thing I thought was funny. And then basically Jen is like girl crushing on Mallory now. And she's like, yo, let's go out for drinks. And, you know, let's hang out. And okay, I'll have one drink. And they go out and have one drink and they talk a little bit. And now she's like, oh, we're friends. And she's like, hold on, bitch. I ain't say we was friends now. Let's back up. You know what I mean? And they're having this conversation. So I'm going to go back to Chloe. How you feeling about her and Mallory going out and her kind of crushing on Mallory a little bit?
Okay, so 2 points to that. They had a conversation. Did you guys catch the conversation they had?
It was about men and men something.
It was like, oh, even when you're the Hulk, men don't want you.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, you want a strong reinforced bed. Like, what you think? Of course he wants you like that. He don't want you after he get what he get. He out. He not trying to wipe you like. So it's like this woe is me, you know, men aren't SHIT, blah, blah, blah. You can't, you know what I mean? These men out here, she was trying to like find common bonding with her, right? Because obviously Mallory looks single to me too.
Right.
So she was probably trying to bond with her on that level. And then the second part to that was like, it's one of those things like you're jealous of somebody, so you make yourself as close to them as possible. Because you hope that they can rub off on you. Like, that's literally the vibes I got. Like, those crazy people who want to be your friend because they envy everything about you and want to be like you, but they don't have it in them to be like you. So they just try to emulate you and think if they're your friend, then your coolness to rub off on them or something, or your clout or rub off on them. So I think that's what she wanted from Mallory, because she wants to be like her. Just like she wanted to be like Meg Thee Stallion while she was twerking and stuff.
Okay.
She got low self-esteem, so she gotta latch on the sound.
Josh, get you back in here, bro. How you feeling about that? Her and Mallory and their quote unquote friendship, I guess.
I do agree with Chloe. It's very interesting how they bonded on being strong, independent women who, enjoyed being single. So I thought that was interesting, especially being professional. That's typically a career where sometimes the long-term relationships don't work out because the work gets in the way, unfortunately. So they've made their decision. They need other gals who've also made a decision who could be considered colleagues. I think this is where they are right now. They're colleagues, and of course, Jen wants someone to latch onto, similar to, what's his name? Pug?
Yeah, Pug, yes.
So I thought their parallel was also interesting in the show.
Who's Pug?
The guy with the sneaker guy.
Appropriation.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how you feeling about that? Her trying to befriend Mallory there after the case.
I figured she would because look at Mallory. For real. And another thing I just find a little difficult to believe is they're talking about how nobody, even as a She-Hulk, nobody wants you. But that I call bullshit. Nigga, you're green. You're unique. You're exotic. You're different. I can't see nobody not one. And you a lawyer, so you getting a little bit of bag with that. And you probably gonna be an Avenger, so you'll be on lunchboxes soon, saving the world. Why wouldn't I want to be with that and keep that? Man, listen, some of that shit don't be blue. Like I feel like it do have a lot of realism with it, but let's be for real. You think it'd be that hard? Motherfuckers wouldn't even be able to get close to that.
It's
Motherfuckers
not.
turn green.
It's not. See, and it's funny that you say that. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but you hit it on it now. It's not that dudes don't want her. It's the ones that she don't want her.
Okay. All right. I got you.
You
Okay.
feel me? She wanted the doctor. The other dude was on her. He went and like Josh, he might have went and became a client just so he could be next to her. She don't want him.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much money he has. He's a creepy dude. She want the doctor, black sexy doctor. And it was funny because Mallory even said, "Oh, you mean the black sexy doctor?"
Oh, she did say that.
Did say that.
Gosh.
You know what I mean? Like, so it feels like don't nobody want you when the dudes you want don't want you. Like, damn, nobody want me, and I'm the Hulk. Like, just stay the Hulk, lady.
Well, the last scene was she go to get her, pick up her outfit. They don't show it yet. I guess they're teasing us or whatever. But apparently he gave her an outfit for walking around, another outfit, I guess, to fight crime or whatever you want to call it. And then we get the Daredevil helmet tease. So, yeah, I'm going to start with you, Tom. How you felt about that last scene?
I liked it because I wanted to see the outfit, but I could wait. You know what I mean? Like I could really wait, but it was good, especially when they showed the Daredevil helmet. Now, when I saw that helmet, I still got Iron Man vibes.
Okay.
So I don't know if this Daredevil is more inspired, you know, from what Tony did and Sacrifice, and is on it like that for the next, you know, for the next shit going on, the next phase is going on. I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the shit.
Josh, how you felt about the last scene there, bro?
Yeah, I guess it was a cliffhanger for those who, are anxious to see the suit, but we'll see it when we see it. I'm not really pressed about it. I think to me, what stole the scene was what E alluded to as the new look for, Daredevil. And, maybe this is going to be his color in the MCU because of trademark and copyright, things like that.
All right, Chloe.
But I do agree with E. It does remind me of Iron Man a lot. That color, that shade of red, if you will.
All right, Chloe, talk about the last scene.
Maybe my mind was left, but I didn't think that was a superhero costume that he threw in there. I thought it was some like sexy lingerie or something that
sexy lingerie
to go date. Honestly, I'm not thinking, oh, that's her superhero suit. I'm like, okay, she getting a little swag. Like he put something a little extra in there for her.
Well, I guess we're gonna see. I guess. So all right, the episode ends there. E, how would you rate this on 1 to 10? E?
Oh, all right. I got it. All right. 1 through 10. I'll give this one a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Josh?
So the only thing that fascinated me was the Daredevil helmet.
Okay, Josh?
I'll give it a 7 for the courtroom scenes. As everyone alluded to, I thought those were solid. And, for a superhero show, to not have much action and to be the attorney show or the, real life down to earth, street level superhero show, I thought it did solid with that. So definitely a 7.
Chloe?
I'm going to say it spoke to my demographics. I'm going with a 9. It was funny. Like I was chuckling the whole time. I was like, oh, this is nice. Like I didn't even realize there wasn't any action until he was like, yo, ain't nobody even fight this episode. Like I don't even care. I was like, oh, fashion. She finally getting new clothes. Oh, dang. The dude finally told her he don't want her. It was like, I was like, oh, they got bootleg stuff in here. Oh, she going into a speakeasy. Like it was I loved it. It was good for me. I'm going to say 9.
And for me, oppositely, did not speak to my demographics. So I'm going to go with a 6. This was kind of the worst episode of the season for me. And it was the only one without an MCU cameo. So I'm sure we'll get one next week because I'm sure Daredevil is coming. So I feel like this show needs its cameos, which is fine. But I just feel like for me,
I felt like it gave me an MCU cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Who? It gave me because the cartoon sketches are a part of it too. And when I looked in there, I saw the Deadpool sneakers. So when I saw
Okay, I
the
guess I'm
Deadpool
talking about like on the show. I
felt,
guess I felt like
I felt
Wong made episode 4 great. And I feel like Abomination and Hawk was good episode 1. I just felt like this one was lacking like somebody else. I mean, you shouldn't have to have it, honestly. That's the problem for me. So, but I'm gonna say this one was a 6, but I'm sure it'll step up. This will probably be the worst of the season for me, and then it'll get better and better. I think towards the end.
probably, yeah.
But I still
But
want
I
to see
just
who the. Huh? Hey.
no, I was just saying, it probably was one of the worst episodes we got. But I was just hyped to get. We got Daredevil and Deadpool. We never had Deadpool on no MCU project.
I still
Nothing
want
with
to see
Deadpool.
who the villain really, really is. I want to know what more going to happen with Titania. I'm sure Chloe want to see more about her, stuff like that. Is she into her? And just to see, more where the show is going to take. We got 4 episodes left, so we still got time. But definitely want to thank you guys for coming on as well. Wanted to talk a little bit since we're on here about the D23 stuff. Speaking of Daredevil, he was there and talking about how, his show and as well as D'Onofrio, stuff like that. So, E, how excited are you for that, the Daredevil show there, bro?
Man, I'm hyped. I can't wait to see what they're going to bring, especially because right now, but I mean, Netflix, all right, Netflix gave us the dark version, the realistic version. We got that. A lot of people like that. Me, on the other hand, I like Powers. So this time we get the Powers versions. You get top-notch Daredevil doing fantastic bullshit. That's what I like to call it. But
Okay.
he gets to do that, and then you get Kingpin, bulletproof Kingpin, shit that don't hurt. Like, yeah, you get that real Kingpin because he's really like that in the video games and in the comic books. You can shoot him, you can stab, you can try to stab him. That shit don't work.
Okay, so you like more fantastic powers than realism, I guess. So
Yeah.
That's cool. What about you, Josh? How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I thought that was cool as well. And to me, this gives me more hope that you have to bring Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Ooh, you gotta do them right too.
Especially with characters like Jennifer Walters. Like all those people have to be in scenes at some time together. To me, that just makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree. Claude, did you watch Daredevil on Netflix? I'm not sure. Did you say no?
So that's another show we gotta watch.
Yeah, I was like, when he opened up the helmet, I was like, Josh, who does that belong to? And he told me.
Wait, so you watched Luke Cage, but not Daredevil? You didn't see either one of them?
I saw Luke Cage. I watched Luke Cage.
Okay, I'm making sure. I don't know. So you're black card.
I watched that.
Okay.
But I didn't watch and I watched a little bit of Jessica Jones, but I couldn't get into it. And Daredevil, I was like, the only thing I know about Daredevil is Ben Affleck, and that's it. And Josh is like, nah, there's another version, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Ben Affleck Daredevil?
But you're gonna get her
film.
into the Netflix version, and this Daredevil's not even gonna be like that.
It's the same actor.
It's the same actor, but it's a different story, and I feel like better powered.
So I
should
should
did that
not
shit
watch
with Spider-Man.
I think you should watch it. It's so good.
I mean, it's still good
because of the drama and the intrigue. It's still like drama and action as well, so it has that element, and it's darker. So
And with Karen and Foggy, like Daredevil good as hell, bro. I might watch that shit again. Honestly, like.
By the way, you know what? What I need to happen? I need Luke Cage in Wakanda. I need that immediately.
See, I don't feel like.
I don't think he ever went to Wakanda.
Luke Cage is like I like Luke Cage because he's street.
Luke Cage is Harlem. He's street.
Yeah. Right, he's street as hell. Like he comes
Killmonger
from
was
the gang banging and the street shit.
Killmonger's from Wakanda.
He ain't never been there.
Well, he never been there, but his family is.
But his bloodline was from there, so that was his go-to point for his goal. Luke Cage is protecting
Luke Cage is the guy who tried to take on the people who mess with the barbershop. Like Wakanda too big for Luke Cage.
Well, okay, how about this though? Isn't Blade coming back?
Yeah.
And Blade is from I'm thinking of somebody else.
Technically, Blade was born in London and England and stuff like that.
But he went to New York, right? Wasn't he in New York?
Yeah, he was in New York, yeah.
I was thinking about Vampire in Brooklyn. But
I can see Blade in Wakanda before Luke Cage, Josh.
But I'm thinking if Blade goes to New York, he could probably get Luke Cage and Falcon, because Falcon is in America too.
Yeah, you got the Wakandan embassy.
And he could go, in the embassy, and he black, he gonna make his way back to the motherland.
Yo, could you imagine a couple like Luke Cage and Okoye?
Bro, Luke
They don't
Cage trying
got
to take out the drug dealers got the kids on the street, the little gangs. Like that's
Like
Luke Cage bad.
Luke Cage probably would be pissed off at Wakanda because
Right.
he's from the streets. You know, a lot of the people from the streets is pissed off at them. Like, yo, we out here under the under the man's rule. You know what I mean? We out here getting crushed and shot all the time and shit like that. And you motherfuckers is living lavish and they scared to touch y'all. And y'all can't help us out. And that was Killmonger's whole point.
I mean, to make a trip maybe and come back, I get your point, Josh,
just
on
to
that.
see it, I would.
You're not gonna let it.
I could see him saying like, "Yo, vacation. Yo, I went to vacation in Wakanda. It was different. It was definitely good to go there and see how it could be."
Yeah, but what made Luke Cage raw to me was the fact that he was for the streets. Like,
right.
That's why I said that wrong. That he was helping out the streets.
How did he get his powers again? I can't remember.
In jail.
An experiment.
They tried to kill him. They tried to kill him and make him suffer and all that shit. And that shit ended up giving him powers.
So basically, like Captain America, but not really.
Kinda,
but just a gangbanger. Yeah, a street gangbanger that was done up wrong and was like, I'm done with this shit, and then got, had to deal with racist guards and they threw him in that machine thinking he was gonna suffer. And he came out with the superpowers and shit, and just
my man Shades and shit was in there. I love Shades. That was the best character in the show.
Yeah, Shades.
I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, and Daredevil. We get, but they all connect.
I need a new one. A
new what? Luke Cage?
Yeah, like it could be the same actor, but he got to do better with the fight scenes. They got to do better with it.
Because it's a little cheesy.
The fight scenes were cheesy, but the acting was great throughout the whole show.
Yeah, but
bro, they had Jadakiss in there performing in the fucking lounge and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was dope. But you got to make Luke Cage how he really is. Motherfucker strong as fuck, like real strong, jumping off buildings, punching motherfuckers like the Hulk. Like, I mean, he's not as strong as the Hulk. He can't go that high, but he's high. He's stronger than Cap.
Do you think him? I'm sorry. Is him and She-Hulk gonna hook up?
I think they did. They did hook up.
They did in the comics.
They did. They
have to in the show.
So that's
let me tell you something. Luke Cage smashed a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of
so did she, right?
Yeah. She had the thing. She had a lot of people.
That's all she do.
You ain't said all she do is smash.
Literally, she smashed.
Right,
all she do is smash.
Man.
That's funny.
But it was cool. They wrote her like that in the 80s, like that she was, I guess, a woman who didn't, was okay with living her life. I guess.
Right.
That's what I was just saying.
She living her best life.
Living her best life.
She was Meg Thee Stallion
At that time, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch this, Josh. I know you've probably seen it already, but to see what you guys thought about this trailer. Hold on. From this one here.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. But I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different. How much do you know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Fury, we're gonna be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
They ain't want to give us too much. That's crazy.
Wait, is that why the Hulk went away? Probably where the Hulk is.
No, the Hawk's going to Sakaar.
Nah,
To
I
where?
think he went to Sakaar.
Oh.
That planet he was on before.
The planet from Ragnarok. Actually, he's on
Oh.
before. Josh, what you thought to that, man? Secret Invasion.
For me, this is going to be the Marvel show that wins an Emmy or a Golden Globe.
Wow.
With the cast being able to really demonstrate their acting prowess. Like, let's not forget, let's put some respect on Don Cheadle, Samuel
Love Don
Jackson.
Cheadle.
You know what I mean? Like these wonderful actors and the wonderful ensemble they have in there, you know, like Emilia Clarke, right? So you have so many talented actors and actresses in here. I really feel like this is going to be the MCU's Game of Thrones, so to speak. So this type of storyline.
Okay, Chloe, when you see that trailer, what do you think about that show?
I thought it was a movie, but it's a show.
It's a show, yeah. Secret Invasion, yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be lit. Like, I thought it gave me like 007 vibes, like espionage and maybe like a little bit of Matrix in there.
Facts.
So I think that's gonna speak to a different demographic who's not into Marvel. Cause like, yo, people don't be into Marvel. Like, when I'm outside in these streets and I say Marvel, people look like, what? You know, it's like Game of Thrones. What? I don't watch that. It's like, all right.
Is that how they sound? Just like that?
Yeah, it's like I don't watch that. I like to watch, you know, other things. Like, it's a fantasy thing. So it's like, I think this will bridge that gap between, like, yo, Disney's smart. They are very, very smart. They're hitting every demographic.
And we got the super spy of all super spies who could be a double, triple, quadruple agent. This is incredible.
Yeah, and like Josh said, like, I love Samuel L. Jackson, Don Cheadle, like, they're great actors. So like, for them to be on a TV show on Disney Plus, I mean, just thinking about 2020 or 2019, I would say 2020, when we were talking about Disney Plus before it really launched and like where they were going to go with this brand. And it's like, we knew Disney was going to do great things. Like, I don't expect anything less from Disney, but like, did I think we would be here 2 years later with all the content that they've released? And like, just to speak on it, and this is a little sidebar, like, we watched Toy Story shorts the other night, and I was like, yo, Josh, like, it's kind of cool in the group shorts. I'm like, yo, with the technology, they're able to push these out in no time compared to like before, when Toy Story was made, it took them years and years and years and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars just to create. So now that the technology is there, we're going to get like way more content. Like, people on their Instagrams are making, like, you know, with the technology that they have access to, are making like movie worthy clips. So imagine what Disney got in store for us. It's going down.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about it before the show started. But how you feeling about the Secret Invasion, bro?
Man, I'm ready. I can't wait. Just me loving the story of Secret Invasion from the comic books and stuff like that. And even in the cartoons, that shit was dope. So there's no way they can mess that formula up. I mean, it's going to be crazy. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see who scrolls. I can't wait to see what the fuck is going on. What's the real story? Who's really trying to be in the invasion? Like, I really, like, what heroes is going to pop up? I can't wait. That shit going to be crazy. She talking about, yeah, you're not in the shape you used to be in. This, you're not in good shape to be in this, to be doing this. So, yeah, what we getting? Come on, Marvel, let's go.
All right. Well, I agree. I think this is like, especially after all the comedy that they did this year between Miss Marvel and Love and Thunder, and now Little She-Hulk, it'd be good to see a serious show like that. Because, you know, I don't see Cheeto and Samuel Jackson telling jokes all episode. So I feel like that'll be a good, you know, thing for us to see. I even like the chick who plays Maria Hill. I think she's going to be, you know, she's always good. And like Josh and Emilia Clarke, I think it's gonna be I don't know how many episodes it is yet. I'm hoping it's like 9 or 10, like She-Hulk is. But I think it's gonna be like super intriguing and just like, you know, really good to set the MCU up moving forward. So
I think it's gonna give you and Dave Winter Soldier vibes, to be honest.
I really, really hope so, man. Because I miss Winter Soldier, man. So I think it might, just might actually. We still get Armor Wars with Don Cheadle, so that's good to know.
Let's go. Let's go.
Captain America 4. They announced the leader as the villain. So I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm with it, man. Listen, I'm with it. You know why I'm with it? Because that means, yo, I wonder if they're gonna do that meme. Remember that meme where on your left, where it was She-Hulk carrying Falcon? Like,
Yeah.
yo, listen, I'm with all the shits. And when it comes to my black superheroes, I'm riding. They getting my money. They getting my attention. I'm with it. I want to see Falcon.
I am curious on how Captain America 4 is gonna, I guess, and Chloe, maybe you might think about this because he's a black superhero now, leading his own show. How do you think it's going to play among black people as far as like going to the theaters to see it? What do you think about that?
Falcon?
Well, now it's Captain America, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they kind of dropped the ball with Falcon. Like, how you make a Black Panther and then Falcon's just so corny? Like, I don't know. Like, I think that they need to do better, and hopefully with this movie they give him more of a rebranding.
Okay.
Because like I said, his version in that show Josh watches, the Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Way better version of him.
It is way better. Yeah.
Like, what? Like, why? Why did they make him corny like that? Like, is it because he couldn't outshine everybody else on the show? You know what I mean? Like,
I just feel like they're warming us up for him. Like, I with Marvel's plans, I always feel like they warm the person up because each movie, the character changes from the development, and they either get more serious or like more stylish, whatever. They always get better as the story goes.
You know what I'm gonna say, man? It ain't Falcon. It ain't Captain America. It's Mackie. Mackie's corny, bro. I'm sorry to say, yo.
You know,
why Mackie just seemed to me. Mackie's straight, especially for this role. It's just that they need to make him do more shit that he's supposed to do. Like with them wings, he got vibranium wings. He's supposed to be spinning around, cutting motherfuckers up, cutting shit in half. Like, you know, not just blocking and making shields. Like, he should be doing. He should have a lot of better offense than Chris Evans because he's flying. Like, I mean, shit should be flying out the wings. He should be shooting shit out. Lasers, shit should be. Man, listen.
But see,
they don't want to get me started.
But see, Mike, I 100% agree with you. And I don't want to agree with you, but I do agree with you because it's like, dang, I wish he was like a better, doper actor. Like, I feel like the actor should be, like, you should love the character without the suit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we love Black Panther without the suit. We love Killmonger without the suit. We love, you know, and I feel like he just corny. They made him like a really corny dude. And I don't like that. Like, they don't really highlight his physique. They don't make him like look strong. He looks kind of frail and like a little dude that can, like, I don't know. It's like they don't.
He didn't look frail to me.
I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, but at the same time, he's also Captain America's sidekick, so anyone's gonna look puny.
Right?
Anyone's gonna look puny next to Hulk or Thor. That's just how it's gonna be. And as everyone knows, he doesn't have superheroes, so that's always gonna be a strike against you in a superhero comic.
Super strength,
so obviously, Iron Man, Wanda, not Wanda, Scarlet.
Yeah, she ain't had no superhero. They made her bigger than life.
No, I'm sorry, I mean Black Widow. Sorry,
Black Widow.
So to me, it was more about that. That's how I saw it.
They was focused on all the.
That's what it is about. But that's what I'm saying. He has Wakandan technology, and in the comic books, that's what happened in the comic books. Black Panther was like, "I got something for you," and this is because you don't have superpowers, but this to protect you and have you keep up with people that are superhuman. And he gave him a vibranium suit. And that's why he was able to even go on the missions with Cap and survive because he had a whole vibranium suit that protected his body.
So he needed a suit, but Scarlett Johansson ain't need nothing because she was a super, you know, her skin was titanium.
Scarlett Johansson is dead. He's still alive.
Now she is. How many years it took her to die?
It don't matter. She died. He's still there.
She only died because her contract was up.
And he getting a new movie. Like he told Spider-Man, Tom Holland, I'm on your ass, boy. Like
So, Josh,
he's really on his ass.
the question I gave Chloe, how you think he gonna do him leading Captain America 4, I guess, or Captain New World Order, I call it, will do as far as like amongst viewers and black viewers especially?
I think if they do it right, the right way, it'll be good. Like we need a new Halloween costume this year. Like
What'll be next year?
next year, but you know what I mean.
He's gonna do good, man. I think he got.
But then is it gonna compete with Black Panther? Like
I don't think it'll become close. What do you think, Josh?
Nah, I don't think it'll compete with Black Panther. I think you might have a divide in the fan base, to be honest, depending on how they stick the landing. But because they even showed, the first black Captain America in there, so it'll be interesting to see how he can,
He gonna be in the movie too, yeah.
And I don't see them competing. These are two different types of characters. One is a king, and one was a sidekick that is now becoming a hero role. It's completely different. There's no what we need though. Like I said, that I feel like that movie is dropping because they need more of our kids and stuff in these costumes and the Mooders merchandise. So they gotta make them hot. They gotta make them pop for this movie. That was a show. This movie, he's gonna pop, and that's why Bucky is on the Thunderbolts, because this is all about.
Yeah, they ain't want to have to use Bucky. I agree with that part. Yeah,
this is all about Sam, yo.
I think it's time because I don't want to be looking at him like he corny. That's like not a good feling.
I don't know. I never looked at him like that personally.
Me either. I didn't look.
I always did. I mean, not so much Sam, but Mackie. I never liked.
Yeah, Mackie, because it's like like I feel like Thor. Women love Thor because he's Thor. Like you don't have to know anything about Norse mythology. You don't have to know anything about nothing. Like if Thor's on the screen, he on the screen. Aquaman, cool. I need Black Panther it represented a culture, and then you got Mackie up there, and it's not like he's an unattractive dude to most women, but it's just like they make him look like that. You know how it's like those movies where it's like a pretty girl, but they dumb her down, like they make her look frumpy, kind of like in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like she's pretty. She's a pretty woman if she do her hair and does stuff. But I feel like they did the same thing to his role. Like he's just like this sidekick dude. So hopefully,
this time he gonna have his own sidekick. Cause that what's that kid?
Yeah, he got his own sidekick.
The guy who fixed the stuff, and that was the big issue. This was the opportunity to show that side of Sam, where he's able to do things like Tom Holland.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we're being great with technology, but they
are like they do mirror each other with that with the technology knowing stuff. Because he was.
Yeah, I agree with that too, Josh. They should have showed that Sam could fix it on his own without the kid fixing it.
Because I mean, they could have if he stuck to it and fixed the wing or whatever it's called.
I'm about to say he did fix his own shit though.
Only thing he did was that boat.
Nah, he just let him do it because he ain't had time. He was trying to do something else. So he's like, all right, well, yeah, you take this then, and I'll go do that.
Exactly, and he fixed the boat. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, go more into that, Sam, type of thing. But I hope it's a good villain, and I
for him to go up against the leader. Yeah,
I just don't want him to go up against Kane.
Y'all forgot how smart the leader is.
Super smart. Gamma smart.
Super smart. Like Gamma smart. Like just as strong as the Hawk is, he's as smart. Like that shit is crazy.
I feel they're gonna need a great trailer and a great marketing campaign. I think right now, if I told people like, yo, you want to see the Anthony Mackie Captain America, they'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna see that shit. I feel like it's not something that's gonna have a buzz.
Man, watch when them previews drop.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to though. I feel like
I don't think
they got no choice.
I don't think they should show the villain. I just think they should show his shadow.
Right, or something like that. That head shadow, right?
You talking about the dude with the big old head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
I fuck with Anthony Mackie.
With the green hair, yep.
No. You think about MODOK.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about MODOK.
Yeah, MODOK gonna be an Ant-Man Quantumania. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's pivot real quick. Show you one more trailer from D23. This is close. One of her favorites. So hold on one second.
Right, y'all talking about Anthony Mackie and look what we did.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. clan of two. But you have removed your helmet. Then you are a Mandalorian no more. Your cult.
It froze.
Oh, okay. I thought that was my shit.
Oh, I thought okay. Oh wait, Mike's frozen.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought we
shit.
froze.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh shit, my shit done fucked up.
Miguel.
I hope he
Miguel. The Manda.
Crisco Jones said, "Oh man, here we go."
Yo,
Yo, Crisco, when you pull it up, nigga.
the Dave internet. Anyway, I got the gist of that. How you feel about season 3 coming out?
I'm excited. So that's our baby Yoda that we gifted. Well, Josh actually gifted to my goddaughter, Malaya. Shout out to
Why
Malaya.
do you have it if you gifted it to her?
Because she stays here once a week.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we don't get to watch She-Hulk on Thursday.
Yeah, she comes
Makes
on
sense.
Thursday. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not for kids.
No.
She's 8, so that's her baby Yoda, and she decided to leave it with us. So
Yo, Crisco Jones said Big Mike got that Dave internet. Eesh.
That's deep.
Got that Magic Man internet, boy.
Yo, that shit was so funny, bro.
That shit was, yo, I couldn't breathe, yo. That shit had me fucking crying.
Nigga say he did magic tricks. I was done. I said, what?
Yo.
Eesh.
Josh, how you feel about season 3 though? Of Mando coming out.
It's gonna be an interesting adventure. I feel like Mando's character specifically is gonna, discover a different element of himself because he's so much identified with the helmet being a Mandalorian, and now he's shunned by his people. I still kind of think it might be a final lesson to show like you are the master type of thing by the Mandalorian leader, and then if he goes, purifies himself in the water, and then comes back, and then repentance and all that kind of like Assassin's Creed type of thing, the whole type of philosophy. So I feel like that'll be his journey, and then for our boy Grogu here, or Grow, whatever, right? I have no idea because it's Disney. You never know, right? So I feel like Grogu is really going to have to take quantum leaps and bounds here in terms of controlling the Force and being more conscious with it. For me, like him being like this infant character is of course adorable, but he's still able to do more than how he presents himself. So I'm looking for more maturity and consciousness from him, being like, all right, I can do this here, I can do that there, and not have it be like, oh, this happened by accident, right? This is a reaction, like a type of thing.
E, how you feeling about the Mando season 3 trailer?
All right, so I can't wait. I've seen a lot of different Mando helmets. I thought that was fire. I kind of want to see Grogu a little bit mature too. Like I want to see him a little bit bigger than what he is right now.
Bigger? Okay.
Yeah, like more leaner, a little bit taller.
He say taller.
Leaner too.
You want to be you want to be a taller no more. He used to be like,
yeah, I kind
A
of
teenage Grogu, I guess.
Yeah, basically like how they did Teenage Groot. We should have a nice little teenage Grogu going around with a little attitude problem. Learning from the man, though. You feel me? That should have been fire. That should have been fire. But I'm ready. I want to see what he got to, what he going to show us, because this shit be fire. So I want to see what
I think Mando is still the best show on Disney Plus, so far. So I'm always excited for that. I think
the best show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
What you like better than Mandalorian?
Loki.
Yeah,
It's this
Loki
close.
was dope.
Loki was
I'm gonna have
dope.
to agree.
I'm gonna still go with Mando. Season. What you think, Josh?
Oh, I never actually thought about this. I'm gonna have to get back to y'all on that. Like, I really have to consider that. Great question.
No
I feel like
problem.
two things could be true at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. They both could be amazing shows.
I will say what is in my top 1% is Mandalorian, WandaVision, and Loki. Those are my top 1%.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. Yeah, those were, if you want to break it down, the best 3 shows on Disney Plus so far.
Oh, really? Not for me. I feel like mine was. I'm gonna go with Loki. I love Loki.
Moon Knight.
Believe it or not, I got Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Okay. Because he started that shit off with a bang. I'm sorry. Them niggas' bodies was dropping. Niggas was getting they blew smoke. He started that off with a bang. Moon Knight, I love Moon Knight, yo.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
I have to include that in my 1%.
enjoyed that.
Yeah. Definitely.
That shit went hard.
Moon Knight was only okay for me, but let's just.
It was only okay for you. See, I feel like because
you know why? Because I had them like it was 6 episodes, and then like 2 of them was like, eh. So it's like it ended straight though.
The fact that he did that in 6 episodes though, could tell you what he's gonna do in a movie and some shit.
I'll be in the movie now. That'd be dope, obviously. Yeah.
And when do you think they're gonna do the Wakanda TV show?
I don't know if I think that.
After the movie, maybe 2024.
I think 25. Maybe he might get the Wakanda TV show. You know.
Yo, am I tripping or is Ryan Coogler doing Secret Wars?
No, I heard he's going with the Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. Kang Dynasty? No, not Kang Dynasty.
No, Kang Dynasty is the boy from Shang-Chi.
From Shang-Chi. Yeah, I heard he might do Secret Wars, Ryan Coogler. That'd be crazy. That's
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it ain't official yet, but if he do, that's gonna be like what's up. I want to see how he directs outside of Wakanda. That'd be
right.
Yeah.
I mean, he did Creed 1, right?
Well, I mean the MCU is what I mean. But
right.
Listen, his shit be spot on too. Like he be accurate with a lot of shit that people don't even be realizing. So I feel like even this Black Panther 2, the previews look, that shit looks crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Without Chadwick, it looks crazy. Think about it. Without our main star, that shit look crazy.
See, but at this point, hold on. If I say this real quick.
Oh, Crisco, you spot on right there.
Crisco says Mando, Falcon, Moon Knight, Boba Fett. Hell no.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, I am Boba Fett. No, fuck no. Loki and then Wanda. Boba Fett was so bad, bro. Like,
I told y'all some people like that shit.
The fucking Power Rangers and shit. Nah, I was good off that.
I know that was interesting. Pew, 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 pew.
Nah, what I'm gonna say is my favorite T'Challa still, and I said this before, is still T'Challa in Civil War. So, you know, I like him, but that T'Challa was fierce, ruthless. Yeah, that one.
Turn the eyes on. Now,
it's different when you're talking like Russo. The Russos are like, they're real comic book accurate.
Yeah.
So they take that shit like I would take.
Yeah, they were more. That was a more accurate T'Challa to me, the one in Civil War and shit like that. Like when Clinton was like, "Yo," Clinton was like, "I don't care." Like that's okay. That's T'Challa. Like that.
That was official.
Yeah, that's what the one in Black Panther I love, but he was a little more nicer than the one in Civil War. Civil War nigga was ruthless.
He was in Avenger mode.
Yo, he almost killed Bucky twice?
Yeah. It's only ruthless.
Nigga almost killed a super soldier twice, man. Bare hands.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming. I just want to go over a little bit of D23. It wasn't much that happened there anyway. We had She-Hulk. Of course, we'll be back for She-Hulk next week. I'll see you tomorrow for our Normal Power Book 3 show. Josh, I'll see you Tuesday for House of the Dragon, as always. And Chloe, you're invited to everything, of course, whenever you get a chance. And, of course, you'll be in the comments, I'm sure. So, for everybody on the show, Crisco, Mr. Urban World, my brother E. Smack, thanks for the comments. Always like, comment, and subscribe. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you on the next.
Wakanda.